Why, hello there, friend.
Hello.
How are ya?
you?
I'm good. It's Monday. I'm glad Monday's
Over?
about to be in the rear view. Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too. Today's been a hell of a day.
Was it a full moon? I don't know.
I don't know.
No, it's a new moon.
It was full of bullshit. That's what it was full of.
It definitely was. Well, welcome to Monday, guys. We're about to finish another show tonight. This one felt really fast, even with the little break in between. I felt like it was.
Yeah, me too, for sure. Like it felt like, I don't even know. I can't believe it's been, what is it? So there was 5 weeks, 6. I can't believe it's been 6 weeks since we started this.
Yeah, 6 weeks. It's a good show, though. I'm glad.
Go ahead. No, you.
I was gonna say I'm glad I got to watch it. I don't get to make a lot of time for TV, so whatever we pick here is like my television. This was another really good one.
I would, to be honest with you, I didn't watch it at the time.
When it came out?
Yeah, like when it came out, I honestly I forgot about it. Like I wanted to watch it and then I forgot about it. So like when I saw to add it to the list, X-Men 97, I was like, oh shit, yeah, man, I saw it on my list of shows. I was like, oh man, I forgot I wanted to watch that. So I went and watched it all then. And was surprisingly so much better than I thought it would be. And I had high hopes for it because I loved the original animated series.
Oh, I had kind of semi-related experience. I had a student of mine, he is in 4th grade today, be like, oh my gosh, Miss Crystal, guess what I watched? And I was like, what'd you watch? He was like, it's this show and it's old. It's really old.
Oh my God.
It's called Gargoyles. And I was like, yes. Okay. Like he was obsessed. I was like, buddy, I'm your parents' age. Like that tracks. Like that makes sense. Okay. So love. I was like, that's awesome. Not, like a new generation thinks that that's cool.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, it's not depressing to think about that Gargoyles is old, to tell you the truth. Like, it's not that bad.
It was so good. That should be on one of our lists. Such a good show.
Whatchamacall? Oh wow, my brain just shut off.
Uh-oh. Should I say, speaking of gargoyles, do we have someone with us?
No. I was gonna say, speaking of things that I love, other than gargoyles, well, I mean, technically this is a thing that's going to come on, but I love all parts of this, everything that's attached to it, whether it's, coming out of its butt or, sitting on the end of a hand. I love every part. So let us see who it is.
Look, here comes an awesome guest.
Yay!
What up, buddy?
Hi, guys.
It's my felt brother from another mother, 1/5 of the current first time reader show on LeafCast.
Yeah, you're 20%.
Yeah. I mean, I'm incredibly excited to see your face and this face, and I'm happy you're here, buddy.
I'm excited for Gargoyle Talk. Let's do it. I got a good Goliath voice.
I am Goliath.
Oh, that was pretty good.
Gargoyles to me.
Yeah, you know what? Like, I love, what is his name? Keith Davis? Is that his name?
You're asking the wrong person. The name.
The guy that does the guy that does what's his name? The guy that does Goliath's voice. Sorry. I think it's Keith Davis. I don't remember. But anyway, they are talking about rebooting Gargoyles. So I'm Keith David. Aha! I got it partially right. I see some people joining our Discord stage that I have going right now. So I'm going to share our.
Thanks for the reminder, Aaron.
Yeah, absolutely. Our thing in the stage real quick, but I'm going to share our thing in the chat real quick. We're going to be doing a different watch along this time. So if you want to find out how to do that watch along, I'm going to share the link to this Discord thing, and you can go check it out there. Just like
I will say that early Disney stuff, not even early, like 90s and 2000s Disney shows. I have kids around that age where Disney was part of my household, and they were coming up with some really clever shit. They had, I don't know if you ever, what was it? The camp one. Oh man,
Camp Anawana?
No,
So sure it's not.
Yeah, it's this one that got all into mysticism and had like weird magic books and stuff.
Oh no!
Oh, good. That echo's actually gone.
No, that was me. The echo was mine. It was when I opened Discord. I didn't have it muted, so that was my fault.
Gravity Falls. That's what it's called. Gravity Falls. I don't know if you ever seen that. That was a wacky one. They had Puka. Puka was a freaking fantastic one. Yeah, they had all kinds of really weird cartoons that were, really fun for kids. But as an adult, I enjoyed watching them.
Yay. That's the goal, right? Like that's usually like, there are definitely shows obviously for like really young kids and even, other, as they get older that obviously are only, geared toward kids. Like, they're the type of show where they probably expect the parent to sit the kid in front of the TV and do it. But every now and then you get just wonderful writers on a show that the writing is just so good. You want to watch it too. Gargoyles is definitely one of those. That's fantastic. X-Men, the original one and this one, the original one had, like it wasn't paid attention to by the studio enough for them to care, so they were able to really get away with a lot in their storylines, and like they told some really good stories that were like, I feel like especially helpful to me growing up, being like, learning from and like and things like that, especially with the X-Men, because it's, all about accepting people who are different and like, differences aren't bad and you shouldn't be scared of it and like things like, so like, I'm glad that that's becoming like mainstream again.
I'm
happy.
I noticed that when I turned on, this is the first X-Men that I've searched for through Disney Plus. By the way, thank you. So many commercials. Oh my God.
I
learned a lot about air supply, if you have asthma.
For the asthma, the asthma medicine.
Anyways, this was the only X-Men cartoon listed, and there were 4 of them, I believe. This was the only one that was TV-14. The other ones were Y7.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it was because there were actual deaths of characters, or maybe because it wasn't just blowing up robots. They were actually stabbing people. But I wonder what the difference was within those two distinctions.
It definitely was. I feel like this one is more violent, and I really feel like it's probably because they geared it mainly for the audience who watched the original series in 1992, who were like, between the ages of 7 and like 12 to 15, probably around that time, when we watched it, like live. So that will, now we're in our late 30s, early 40s. So that it was probably more geared toward that audience, but they still wanted to make it safe for you to watch with your kids. So it's only, a little violent. So I get TV-14 for this. I get it. I get it.
They also do suggest that a baby does come from making love. So
exactly.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah. You never know with freaking channels these days. What, if it's, what, honestly, with the way things go, I'm surprised the violence made them give it a higher rating and not like, other stuff. Like, God, don't even get me started. There's a fantastic documentary. Oh shit. It's the same name as that movie. Who was in $1 Million Baby? Who was that? What was her name?
Hilary Swank.
Hilary Swank.
Yeah.
Hilary Swank. She was in, what was that movie that she was in where she plays like kind of like a trans man? You know what I'm talking about? Girls Don't Cry, I think.
Boys Don't Cry.
Boys Don't Cry. They made basically like a documentary about trying to get that movie made and the rating for that movie. And it became more of a documentary just about the MPAA and the rating systems and how it works in general. And it was insane. I'm surprised like it's not more talked about, this documentary. Like Kevin Smith was in it as a movie director. Like it's not a movie, it is a documentary. It's a real documentary, not a faux documentary like Super Size Me or something like that. Yeah. And it's crazy how things get censored and what gets censored and why. It's just it's really crazy. But I digress. The as this is the first X-Men thing or first X-Men cartoon that you've partaken of, this kind of follows a lot of the storylines in the comics, but like kind of puzzled together differently. So there's a lot of comic through lines in this, but just, you know, twisted a little bit because it's, you know, a different medium. How much?
Where's this in the movie? So this is past Origins, past the next gen, right? This is.
It's like, hard to place. It's hard to place it in the movies because the original movies, like the movies that came out in the early 2000s, kind of did their own thing. This is an established X-Men, so it's not like, you know, them just founding the X-Men or you know, like Cyclops and Jean Grey being kids and just joining it, like in some of the movies that they did. For instance, like in the extra credit scene tonight that we're gonna the post credit scene that we're gonna watch tonight, we see Apocalypse. And Apocalypse, if anyone watched that abysmal Dark Phoenix movie, maybe being a little mean. It was bad, but it wasn't like the worst thing ever. But you will recognize Apocalypse looking like that. Yeah, because that's what he like. He looks a little bit like, no joke. Oh, I just noticed it too, so I don't have the picture ready. I'm gonna get it. I'll get it in a second. But if anyone watched like the '90s Power Rangers movie, he looks like Ivan Ooze.
Oh, okay. I was getting King of the Elf vibes from Lord of the Rings.
As soon as I show you a picture of Ivan Ooze, you're going to be like, wow, he looks a lot like that guy. Okay. Because it's insane. But that movie was just bad. And like, it didn't follow its own continuity. And it was just, that was when Fox was like really trying to model itself after like, Marvel and like do something, and they just failed miserably at it.
I was coming up with my own drinking game as I was watching this, and so every time Wolverine punctuates a sentence by shooting up some blades from his hand,
Okay.
Yeah, drink. Every time Beast quotes something, you go inappropriately, by the way.
Yeah.
Like in the midst of battle, he starts quoting.
Oh yeah, always. Yeah.
Trojan horse.
Here's Ivan Ooze, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so good. Okay.
Apocalypse. Ivan Ooze.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. No.
He looks a lot like Ivan Ooze. That's all I could think about now. It's like that's it. That's all I could think about. Sorry.
And every time someone takes possession of the group and refers to it as my X-Men.
Yes. So for those who are joining in the Discord now, we are doing our normal Monday live stream that we usually do, except now we're going to be sharing we're going to be doing our watch along or showing our watch along through Discord. So if you're in Discord and not watching our stream currently, I will suggest that you come over and hang out with us and stream too. Which we should have a link for somewhere. Someone, if Rapunzel or Glenn or Aaron
shared it earlier, but she didn't do it.
but share the link to this in Discord so people can come the other way too. Because we have I see a couple names in there that I didn't see in chat. But one of the other things that we're going to be doing tonight is, so you know how we usually, Dan, I'm not sure if you've been here for any of our movie nights, but in between when we start a new movie, I mean, a new TV show and an old TV show, we watch a movie. But we didn't do our vote like we usually do during the week because, like I said in the beginning of the stream, I had a hell of a day today, but also just a week has been crazy. And honestly, I forgot to do that because I'm terrible at my job. But we're going to do since, you know, we do this for you guys and you are the guys that are here watching our show tonight. We're going to do a live vote for what movie should we watch next week while, you know, before we watch our next show. So I came up with 4 choices, and being though it's going to be October, I made them a little spooky themed. So now 3 of the films there, I'm sure you recognize immediately. We got Practical Magic, which was fantastic. Witch movie. I love that movie. I wish the ants in that movie were my ants.
I know, right?
The Mummy is easily one of my favorite movies ever, and Crystal and I just had this discussion. She barely remembers it and doesn't care for it, and I am so surprised about it. And
I know.
I'm not
Well,
sure we can
okay,
be
I
friends
haven't
anymore.
seen it in 15 years, and I told you I was obsessed with the other movie that also came out in the same year because he was killing it, Blast from the Past. So
That's fair.
maybe
That's
it was
fair.
either or. Maybe you could only
mean-
really love either or.
Okay, maybe. All right, because I'm not a huge fan of Blast from the Past.
I
That's for
remember
sure.
seeing The Mummy in theaters, though. Like, I know I definitely went to see it in theaters. But
Okay. The other films that are there. Well, I mean, that's good at least. The other one, Stardust, absolutely fantastic. One of Henry Cavill's first big movies. People don't remember that. And also the theme for this movie, Aaron and I had played at our wedding. We did our first dance to it. But Vampire vs. the Bronx is so good. It's so fun. It's such a fun, campy horror movie. It's like basically Home Alone meets The Goonies meets From Dusk Till Dawn. It's not a children's movie. It is a vampire movie. I believe it's rated PG-13 or R, but it is so much fun. So
Can you tell me what year that was released? Because this movie could be very problematic at times.
Oh no! It's recent. It's like in the last 5 years. I think it was either last year or the year before.
Oh shit! It looked like it was early '80s.
That's
it
the
did.
point.
It definitely did. Yeah.
That is the point. It is modeled like a 80s, Goonies type movie like that, but it's not. It's a modern quote unquote horror movie, but it's less horror and more kind of like a horror. It's a serious horror movie with a comedy overtone, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna post the poll in chat now as soon as I unmisspell the things that I misspelled in it.
You guys, there's only one obvious right answer. I hope chat realizes this.
And what
I
are
mean, you can vote too.
It's Vampires versus the Bronx.
Yes.
Obviously. I want a vampire to order a pizza. I want them to say, I want someone to say, "We're walking here," while he's driving. He's like,
I mean, listen, like I honestly only watched this movie like 3 times. But if there's a lot, if one of them says, "Hey, we're walking here," I'll fucking cry. I'll cry. It'll be so fun. But oh
no,
it's not. I promise. This movie isn't like horror movie scary. It's not like jump scares and stuff like that. It's more like The Goonies than anything else. Honestly, what I wanted to say is, but I'm not sure people will get this reference, instead of From Dusk Till Dawn, it's more like The Goonies and Home Alone meet Vampire in Brooklyn, Eddie Murphy's vampire movie. Because that's more the theme of the vampire parts of that movie, and less From Dusk Till Dawn, where From Dusk Till Dawn is more serious. Ooh, we have a Twitch comment. Well, it's because I'm from New York, all right? When people do New York accents and it's bad, I'm like, oh, what are you doing over there? Stop that.
Let's go, Jeet. Let's go,
that
Jeter.
Was a little.
It's a day game. I can't watch.
Fucking Jeter.
I'll watch it when you're playing at night. I'll catch it.
On his off season, he lived in the town where I grew up, Long Beach. Well, he had an apartment in the town where I grew up. I don't know if he lived there. He had a really nice apartment right on the water.
Strong Beach.
Yeah, in Long Beach. It's right in
Glenn, your old man is showing. Your old man is.
You hate the Goonies? What?
Wait, what did you
His
say?
old man. His old man is showing.
Down here, it's our time. It's
until
our
I started
time.
watching it sometime past year, so I'll just say myself out. Yeah. I mean, at least
You imagine, so like the city works people in your Aurora, Oregon, they were laying pipe a long time ago. They're like, hey, are we going to mention that pirate ship? Nah, it's not my job.
Nah,
Don't worry about it. Really, that's too much paperwork. Somebody else.
Too much paperwork. We'll build around it. What about this really weird this piano? It looks dangerous. Hey, not my job. No. Not my job. We'll just put a board over it. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh man, this reminds me of I think because I don't know what it is. We watched Blade last week because we took a break before the finale of this show to watch Blade. And I've been getting TikToks of he's basically a New York union plumber talking about jobs that he had to do for the vampires. And he's talking like he does other things, but the ones that are popping up in my feed now are him talking about Blade. So he's like, yeah, so I show up at the job and they were like, so we want blood to rain down from the ceiling from the sprinklers. And they're like, oh, listen, if we got to have blood come out of the sprinklers, you still got to have a working sprinkler system here. It's got to be to code. I'm not doing my job. You're going to pay me? You're going to feed my kids when I get fired for not leaving this to code? So he's like, it would be easier if we do. And he just goes through this. So I told Mr. Frost, and he goes through this whole thing. He's like, this is what we got to do. And he was like, talk to my guy. And then he has like 7 or 8 bits of like different things. He has one for fucking, the stupid sparkly vampires. What is it? Twilight.
Twilight.
Yeah, he's got one.
That is a very niche corner of TikTok, I'm sure. I have not ventured there yet. I have weird things on TikTok, but
he's dressed like one of the Mario brothers from fucking from the Mario Brothers movie from the 90s.
With John Leguizamo.
Yeah. Yes. He's dressed like he's got this big fake mustache and the hat and overalls and a blue t-shirt on, not green or red, blue. So
of course.
I was like, he's dressed like Mario.
That's awesome.
And no one commented that, which I was really surprised about.
Okay, more people need to vote because we currently have some ties going on.
Okay, so yeah, I for those of you who are in Twitch, we have a poll going right now on our YouTube side of things for what movie we're going to watch next. That's why we kind of went off on this vampire tangent that we're on right now. So these are the movies that are currently listed in the poll. Make sure to go vote in the poll so you can decide what movie we watch next. The only other bit that I want to sell Stardust on is it's one of Robert De Niro's favorite movies that he's ever done. And oh man, I kind of don't want to spoil it for people if they haven't seen it, but there's a scene in it where Robert De Niro is wearing a boa and dancing to the can.
Oh, okay.
Just leave it there. I'll just leave that there. His name in it is Captain Shakespeare, and he's the captain of a pirate, a sky ship. He's a sky pirate. He is a sky pirate. It is fantastic. This movie is wonderful. I fucking love this movie.
Okay, I'm not even on Discord. That's weird. I shut my Discord window.
That's odd.
Weirdness.
But speaking of Discord, we are going to get ready to watch the show now. So I'm going to press play on the show. So if you want to watch along with everybody, go ahead and click the link to our watch along in Discord, which I will press play on now. If you are in Discord and like you hear us talking or things like that, or you want to mute me but not the stream, you should be able to mute us separately and play with the volume and things like that separately. But yeah, we'll figure that out.
Yeah, here, hold on. I'll be right back while you start this.
Okay. So I shared the link to join that Discord channel so you guys can join that. I'll give everyone a second, then I'll press play over on our thing over here. So what is your, so like I started asking this before, then we went off on the tangent. Where are you in like X-Men in your life? Like, do you like the Marvel movies? Have you watched them? Did you read any comics when you were a kid? Things like that.
I really didn't. I read, like, I didn't. Comic books weren't a thing that my household was kind of more chaotic. I couldn't like save things. I couldn't like keep things nice. I didn't really have like I don't know. So comic books weren't a thing, but cartoons were. And the concept of the X-Men, I always thought was rad. It was like, you have to deal with mutating humans, and how do you deal with that if they have nefarious intentions? How do you deal with it if they, we think that like Superman is a good guy, but what if he wasn't? How would you stop him?
What if he landed in? That's one of my favorite things. Also, by the way, I never read the comics either for this version of Superman, but like there's a Superman movie right now that's out on, like a cartoon movie out on HBO. That's a really good retelling of it. If Superman landed in Russia instead of the US.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's called the Red Sun in Russia, by the way.
Oh, that's rad.
Oh yeah.
So I think the X-Men are, I love that there's a school. I love Hogwarts for mutants kind of thing. I love I love that the X-Men were really a vessel for creativity, right? You can just come up with anything and just have this one person just do anything. And we see some of the powers are better than others. The Jubilee,
better, quote unquote.
Well, Jubilee is a firework person.
More effective.
Come on, she's fun. She's fun. But out of all the mutant powers, making fireworks.
Hey, don't insult my girl. Don't insult my girl.
Also, by the way, only because I think you'll appreciate this a lot, I'm going to share this again. People that are watching have seen me share this before because I make this joke all the time, but only because you bring up Jubilee right now. You recognize Jubilee's costume. You know, we got the glasses, those big square glasses on her head, the pinkish red salmon almost shirt with the big yellow jacket. Okay. Look anything like this? I can't lose it.
All right, so I heard that the original premise for the Back to the Future, why is Marty and Doc friends, right? It's never really explained.
I heard the backstory to this too.
Marty just likes to go and play guitar at his house. But
that was part of it.
But actually, the story is Doc Brown was a trust fund baby that had lost all his money trying to time travel. And so was selling either drugs or bootlegged porno to the high school, and Marty was the dealer.
But they decided it was too dark, so they just edit that out and never address why they're friends. All right, I'm gonna press play on the thing now so that it's playing in the Discord.
All right.
Or you know what? Because apparently Aaron is telling me that everyone can just hear you guys and me talking over everything. So I'm gonna let Aaron, or I'm gonna tell Aaron right now that she's doing it because she did it last week for Blade. She's gonna share the thing in Discord. So I'm gonna go tell Aaron to do that real quick. Sorry for the technical difficulty here, but you guys, if you're in the Discord channel, you don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna go have Aaron do that real quick. But Dan, tell our viewers here and Crystal who your favorite X-Men is and why you want their X-Men power. I'll be right back.
Okay, I would say my favorite X-Men is the guy with the tail who teleports.
The
German. The German Catholic guy who teleports. He has his rosary beads. He just touches people and poofs them out into space and bounces back. To me, that's one of the coolest powers. Nightcrawler. Yes.
Thank you, Glenn. You're saving me.
What is yours, Crystal?
So overall, like favorite X-Men ever, it's Rogue, not necessarily from X-Men 97, but the X-Men I grew up with. But you haven't heard, we are doing, so I'm a special education teacher, and my team always does like kind of over the top Halloween costumes. And this year we chose the X-Men. And so I'm actually going to be Jubilee. So I'm a little bit excited about that one. She's
Yay.
cool. But Rogue was always overall my favorite X-Men.
Is because who she is or because of her powers?
She was always, so I am neurodivergent myself, and I always felt like she was really othered even among the X-Men, and so I think I just related to her the most. I would hate to have her powers, but I think I just kind of always felt slightly out of place and slightly separate, and so I think that's why I liked her so much. But then obviously, like, Storm is just the overall badass, like in terms of who has the trump card, the best powers.
This Storm was I didn't get the impression of Storm being as powerful as she is in the movies that I'd seen.
Yeah,
this Storm is a force of nature, literally, and is so charismatic too. She is wise.
Yeah. So you haven't seen this show before, or what is your? I missed it. What's your experience with X-Men?
I had
Dark Phoenix
before today. I had not seen the show at all, so I tried to binge as much as I watched. I watched the first 3 episodes, and I'm like, oh, with all these commercials and stuff, I'm not going to make it. So I watched the previously for all the episodes, and then I watched 8, 9, and 10 because it's like part 1, 2, and 3 listed in the credits. So I watched 6 out of the 10 today.
Okay. The so the end, a lot of people die, and they've already confirmed to season 2. Season 2 was a little bit rocky if they were going to do it, but I think they potentially confirmed 3 seasons of this show. Season 2 is in development. I'm sure it's a little late in development, but I'm pretty sure that's because they probably had to do rewrites for, like, different the different stuff with the MCU, and I have a theory about that.
Did they start it with the intention of just being like one and done, or was it started with the intention of being a series?
It was started with the intention to be a series. I'm going to share the link back to the Discord now, and Aaron is going to press play on the thing. So go ahead, Aaron, and press play.
Thank you, Aaron.
If you're in the Discord, just go ahead and click. Yes, thank you, Aaron. I love you. Not just for this, I promise. Go ahead and watch it on the Discord. And if you don't want to hear my my talking, you could just mute me on Discord in the Discord so that you can just hear the show. But it should start playing any second.
Are you gonna put the timer up for those of us not in Discord?
Oh, right. Yes, I will do that.
Okay.
The second season, though, some of the voice actors were at a convention like last week, and they said it's going to be very dark.
Okay.
They said
darker than this.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said a lot of people are going to die next season. I think they're basically trying to set up like a way to kind of marry the X-Men into the MCU, and either they're testing out storylines in this, or they're gonna use this as like a platform to launch the new X-Men in the MCU, and that's why they're maybe killing off a lot of the X-Men in this. That's my like kind of wacky theory a little bit.
Interesting.
I'm gonna jump backstage again for a second. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Good point, Gnome. So they've already nuked an entire, group of people. That's interesting.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, who posed that? Glenn, was it you that asked the question earlier? I'm trying to find it. About what we would get rid of. I feel like that was Glenn.
Can you explain something to me? I got the gist of almost everything. I did not pick up how Storm got her powers back from I don't remember the guy's name.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to know that. No.
Oh, okay.
I watched this like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, dilemma yesterday. You have to erase one from existence like it's never been there. Star Wars, Star Trek, the MCU, or Doctor Who.
Oh, in my head, hold on, Hazel.
Hello.
I would say Doctor Who if they had another British thing that's fun and sci-fi. But I don't think they do. I think that's it. They only have Doctor Who. So I don't want to take the only European thing. So I will say, I guess I'll say MCU because Star Wars is too dear to my upbringing, and Star Trek, if it seems like if Star Trek was not successful, then nothing would have come out of it. So I would say MCU, I guess, because they are superfluous in that. But if MCU was like Australian, I'd have to keep them because I don't want to throw away their thing.
No, I would probably go with the MCU as well, only because like Star Trek was definitely my first love. I love Star Wars. My son he's still really young, but he's just now getting into Star Wars. He watches what's the kid show on Disney, Jedi Academy, the cartoon. He thinks that's really cute, and he's seen the original movie, so I have to keep that one. I also love Doctor Who. All right, so Gnome answered your question. Forge reversed the anti-power weapon they stole from him and used it on her.
Anti-power. Okay. Yeah.
Tom, you need to answer the question too.
Oh, what is it?
From Glenn earlier. So he asked this like way back at the beginning. He said, if you had to get rid of one forever, never existed, Star Wars, Star Trek, the MCU, or Doctor Who?
Doctor Who.
Wow.
I love Doctor Who, but out of all of the this is a personal thing for me. Like out of all of the things that I've interacted with my whole life, Doctor Who is the most recent, I would say. Like I didn't watch it when I was younger. Like, I started watching Doctor Who 12 years ago.
Okay.
So like I've grew up with all of those other things, and I would be incredibly sad if they went away. But like from like I don't know, man. Doctor Who is a great show, and it's been around for so long. It's influenced so many things. But like to never have existed or just never,
I think
continue.
It's like it's erased from history. It's gone. It's gone. That's how I'm thinking. Correct me if I'm wrong. Glenn.
Like if there's not another Star Trek ever, I'm fine with that. I wouldn't want to erase it, but I'm fine with it not going on.
That's fair.
If that helps.
Okay, so we got another question in Twitch. Watt or Stargate? I mean, for me, again, Wheel of Time is an easy pick. Like Stargate, I like Stargate. I could do without it. I could do without Stargate. No problem. So it is the show is playing now in Discord. If you want to mute us in Discord. You can adjust the stream volume yourself. If you right click, you should see a little dial that pops up to adjust the stream volume. So go ahead and do that. Are
you gonna put up a timer?
Oh right, fuck.
That's fine. I can guess where we are. That's interesting too.
I'll just call out the time like I used to back in the day.
No, that's fine. Just tell me what we're seeing.
Yeah.
Xavier's looking at water.
Oh, I mean, we're going to be watching the exact stream. This isn't a share, so don't worry about that. Like people don't need to match up the thing if that's what you're doing. But you should be able to see the time on there.
Oh, I closed Discord. Sorry, that's why.
Okay, that's why you were asking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll check the time and just shout it out occasionally. We're at 28 minutes and 19 seconds left in this thing, so it's about 3 minutes in. The amount of people that die in this episode was surprising to me, and potentially die. Yeah, Stargate's down the list on me too. I really enjoyed Stargate.
It's interesting. I watched it a lot. I don't remember a ton about it. Like it was never something I like dove into.
The movie or the TV show?
The television show. I watched the television show a lot.
What about did you interact with Stargate at all, Dan?
I saw the movie.
Me too.
And that's kind of where it ended. I liked the movie though. I liked it a lot, but I never watched this show or nothing.
I watched one of the shows, but I know there's been several.
See, SG1 was the one that
That's the one that I watched. I watched SG1, and then I want to say there's Atlantis as well, and then another one.
There's novels too? I don't think I knew that.
Yeah, there are. And there's, I think there's graphic novels too.
Yeah. I might have seen Universe as well, but SG1 was like the one that I watched.
Yes, we will put the closed captions on for you guys. Sorry about that. And then we'll have this better done next week, I promise.
Will we? It's a whole new thing next week, Tom.
Yes, we will.
I don't know.
I will. Trust me, because we have the vote still going. So make sure if you're not watching on YouTube, even if you don't want to watch on YouTube, just go over and do a quick vote to see what movie we're going to watch for next week, because we need to know that. I mean, obviously there's already votes, but secretly it's between two for me, and one of them is at the top right now, so I'm happy.
This whole thing right here is dumb to me in the show. He's like, well, I didn't want you guys to feel responsible. So I thought I'd give it to my worst enemy and, hope for the best.
Yeah.
This whole decision is like, everyone thinks this is a dumb decision, right?
Yes. And the idea was to like, I think Charles' idea was like to try to force Magneto to do the right thing, because Magneto isn't really the evil guy. Like, in all of this, really, when you think about it, like,
he just doesn't like bullies.
He doesn't like bullies, but he also, the mutants are the oppressed, and it's hard to. You shouldn't judge the oppressed about how they throw off their oppression. Is the comment that you should judge their oppressors for oppressing them. But yes, like I personally, I think violence should always be like the very last resort. But I feel like the ending to this show makes up for the stupidity of that idea in the 90s, because the idea of Xavier passing it on to Charles was something that they did in the finale of the 90s episode. So like the finale in 92, Charles Xavier was dying, and on his deathbed, he passed it to Magneto. And while he was dying, Magneto was like, I'm going to try it your way, Charles. Like, we'll do it your way. So that was like the beginning of this show. And then all of this is now happening. One of the things that you might be confused on as someone who isn't even a mild X-Men nerd. You don't even need to be that deep into the comics, but you have to have read the comics, because they don't really talk about it in the movies that much, except for, and Dan, did you see Deadpool 2?
I do not like Deadpool for some reason. I could not get through 5 minutes of it. I was like,
we will talk about
what
that.
is everyone so stoked about? This is garbage.
So surprising.
My wife
even
and I looked at each other and we watched Avatar, I think, the Last Airbender.
Hey, listen.
Never going to say anything bad about that.
Yeah, no, I will never say. I know you have good taste. So in Deadpool 2, we see Cable, and they talk about Cable a little bit, but that's the only connection. So I was just going to try
said, drink. Logan just accentuated a sentence with spikes.
Smart. I like that.
Oh, Xavier just said my X-Men. Drink again.
He doesn't say it as often as you would think in this episode.
He did.
The basically what's going on is the big bad in this learned, and he does exist in the comics, but in a slightly different fashion. He created basically a virus that turns people into super sentinels, which are like a robot that is specifically designed to adapt to and kill mutants. And Cable comes from a future where they won. essentially. So they are going back. He goes back in time to try to stop it, except.
So Cable Nathan is in the comic books.
He's in the comic books, and he's in the second Deadpool movie.
Okay.
He's Nathan Summers, Scott and Jean Grey's son, and he has a version of that virus. It used to be called the Technovirus. And it was created by Mr. Sinister, who is a character that we're going to probably see pop up in the MCU soon.
I'm actually going to go see Technovirus on Friday. They're opening for
It does sound like a garage like punk band or a like a metal band, like maybe even like a death metal band or something.
Crystal, did you notice that your girl Rogue sounds a whole lot like Bobby Hill from Hitting King of the Hill?
Yes.
You did. I forgot that you mentioned that before. That was hilarious. I can't unhear that now. By the way.
Yep.
There's shit. If people watch Dropout TV or Smosh is another one of those like sketch things that they do. There's a woman, a comedian that goes on that who her resting normal voice sounds like Bobby Hill, and someone said it in one of their sketches, and now that's the end of the world. They were like, do me a favor, just say
I can hear it.
That's my purse. I don't know you. And she's like, they were like, no, yell it. And she yelled it, and they were like, and everyone in the whole place was like, oh my. She's like, what? I don't know what that means. Why are you making me do this? And she just sounded more and more like Bobby Hill. And they played it for her, and she was like, oh my God. It was fucking hilarious. I can't tell you how many times I've said that. When you said that, all I could think about is I hear Rogue being like, that's my purse. I don't know you. She does sound a lot like him.
Did they already remake it, or they're going to remake
King of the Hill?
Show? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's out, actually.
Is it out?
I don't know. I remember seeing advertisements for it, like coming soon, and then I don't see them anymore, and I assume that meant that it's out.
So explain it. Professor X was presumed dead, but he actually went to a different planet and married the queen of a race and became an emperor, and is now back. How?
It's even worse than that, to tell you the truth. And this is we had this discussion a couple weeks ago when Joe was on, actually, and his friend Dominic from his other podcast. But how the weak storylines from this, like the flimsy explanations to things we got away with it more in the 90s because people cared less about that kind of stuff. And nowadays it just doesn't fly. And we talked about that in last week too. And that's another perfect example, but he wasn't presumed dead. It's even worse than that. On his deathbed, she showed up and was like, I could save him if I just take him to my other planet. And they were like, okay. And they left.
Oh,
but
good.
I really think they shouldn't have brought him back. In my opinion, bringing him back in this was dumb. Like, they shouldn't have brought him back. Especially because all he's doing is, like, trying to sell this to Magneto. And in my opinion, I really feel like everything that Professor X is doing right now, Scott should have done. Or whoever they want to have taken over the X-Men next. And then have that be the first thing that they do as the new X-Men.
Why not Sunspot? Why do we have this new guy come in, this new Brazilian dude? Awesome. Handsome.
He's young. He's supposed to be like 17 or 18. So
perfect.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, maybe. I don't know. He could be in charge of the young X-Men too. But you got to keep one of... What's up?
Who is Forge?
Forge is another one of those, like... he was in the original series in the 90s, like back in the day, but he's another kind of like a little bit of a deep cut character from the comics. Like, I think his first appearance was in the 80s or some shit like that. But... he's a little bit of an overpowered X-Men, and a lot of like of his plots because, you know, comics are all over the place. They do one thing, then another writer comes in and they do another run and it's completely different. But he's been overpowered a lot. So like his mutant abilities are a little wonky, which is another thing that I feel like is kind of like a little bit, you know, they got away with in the 80s and stuff because they were just like, they're superheroes. Who cares? But yeah, basically Forge is a technopath. He can summon...
Cable is like a telekinetic person? Super soldier?
It's difficult to explain Nathan's powers. Nathan Summers is one of the most powerful beings in all of the universe, but he has to use like 99% of his power to keep the techno virus from killing him. It's a silly, honestly, like when you say it out loud like that, it sounds silly, but that is his storyline. That is who he is.
There goes the mountain.
Yep. Oh. That is another kind of weird thing that Magneto had back in the day called Asteroid M. They just heard. So he's riding Asteroid M out of the because he's basically like, you know what? Fine, if you guys don't want us here, I'm leaving.
So is this their locker room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's the old school X-Men costumes in the background, and the green one that is the Phoenix costume that she wore. Why that's in their thing, I don't know, because the Phoenix was basically a villain at the time. Oh, that's funny. Rogue Hill. Now I want to replace Bobby Hill with I want to replace Rogue with Bobby Hill. Yeah.
I brought you.
I mean, she's got better hair though. So
she really does.
Nathan, I brought you some of my old Playboys.
They're both redheads.
Dad thing to do.
That's true.
He's just trying to catch up with everything. You want to go outside and have a catch?
You want to go play some ball?
Yeah. He's trying to catch up on everything. Well, let me tell you about the birds and the bees.
So what is this? Are they in? Is the president in space, or is
this is Xavier trying to talk to him in his mind?
Okay,
and this is just like the setting that he created for him
to make it more.
It's pretty rad.
Yeah, because you know,
my
Charles
X-Men,
Xavier.
He says my. You just said my X-Men.
Oh yeah, right. Because if Charles Xavier is anything, it's like a fucking the word is escaping me, but like, you know, he's a lot. He's extra.
Yeah.
He likes to put on a show. He could have just made that the Oval Office, but nope.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got the old. These are the old school uniforms.
A lot of yellow.
Yeah, a lot of yellow and blue. I tried to find yellow and blue colors for the first episode we did, but all I had was a yellow Wesley Crushers t-shirt and a blue Giants hoodie.
I have my kid goes to the University of Michigan, so I have a few things. Yellow and blue.
Yeah. And tonight I'm wearing my closest thing to like a comic book t-shirt that I could find other than the Deadpool shirt I wore last week, which is the Xenomorphs from Alien as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's a comic book t-shirt, I feel like. The original Turtles comics were fantastic, and they tie right into Daredevil, which is funny. So those are the more traditional Sentinels that are chasing them. I don't know if you've ever seen them in like cartoons or toy stores or any kind of animation in between here and there. That's what the Sentinels look like in the comic books and in the old school cartoon from the 90s.
Forge is a sexy beast. I ain't gonna lie.
He is. It's the bandana.
It's the bandana and like that jaunty over the shoulder pony.
He's another
right here. She says, "Oh, this is so good."
I like one of the things that I really like about Forge characters though is that he's a Native American and they didn't make him like a spirit man or you know like whatever Native American stereotype bullshit. Like they made him a fucking
like me in the
technopath.
70s watching Big Chief.
Yeah,
you go Big Chief and then just like grow 10 feet.
Dan, are you not wearing any pants?
It's a Zoom call, man. Who wears pants on a Zoom call?
It's okay. Oh yeah, we got a bot. I love when the bots come in.
Cheap.
Make them mind your weather, sister, and make them weather your mind. I love that. It seems like that's like a special handshake that defensive ends do if they get a sack or something. That's like for them.
Yeah. Oh my God. Cable's old school costume is just bad. It's just bad. Like, why would he put that on?
He has a metal arm.
Yes, that's the technovirus. That's what the technovirus does to you.
But that is him still.
That is
it
him
wasn't
still.
like
So,
bionic or anything.
No. So
metal.
he was given the he was infected with the technovirus, and he's literally constantly using his power to keep it at bay, and sometimes he has to use more of his power to save the world, and when he does that, it advances a little bit. So in the comic books,
I think. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just going to say. So in the comic books, they show that happening sometimes.
I changed my mind. I would be Morph because Morph gets the powers of the people he morphs.
Yeah.
So then he could just be all of them.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to go to take my girl to Taco Bell, I could just become Nightcrawler. Boink. We go to Taco Bell. Boink. Come home, and then I just become Morph again. Okay. Cool.
Except you would for Morph, when he does their powers, they're a little bit weaker. So Nightcrawler has to be able to visualize where he can go. I'm sure it will have a little bit more restrictions on Morph.
Yeah.
But it's really whatever the writers want.
What is Sinister's powers? Is he like
an evil motherfucker
with shadows?
He's a lot of things. Mr. Sinister is another one of those mutants that's really hard to give you an exact description of. And is he really a mutant is part of that. Mr. Sinister is got a very crazy past, but basically in this version of him, the one that we're watching right now, which is similar to a few of the versions from the comics, he is a scientist from the late 1800s who was an evil scientist. He was an evil genius scientist, essentially, that experimented on genetics and stuff. And he wanted to live forever, and he discovered mutants. And then from there on, it was I want their powers and I want everything. And he's done things like steal powers from mutants, completely steal their souls.
He's a mutant vampire.
Yeah, he's basically a mutant vampire. But he was also we said his name last week because they said it last week. The Nazi scientist. That was the lead Nazi scientist. I forgot his name. That was Mr. Sinister.
Mengele?
Disguised. Mengele, yeah.
They mentioned Mengele in this.
Yeah, because that is Mr. Sinister. Mr. Sinister is Mengele.
Well, he says, Mengele, he would have been fine if he didn't get tied up with those buffoon Nazis or some shit like that.
Yeah. Someone says to him, "You're like the modern day Mengele," and he says, I was the Mengele then too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Fireworks.
Sparkles.
Quinceañera.
But look, she's blocking his blasts with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they're more than just lights.
And she makes for the best Beltane ever.
She really would. She really, really would.
Great.
So what Magneto and the X-Men are trying to prevent right now is basically the human race enslaving the mutants to be their, for Jubilee, she would do something like the Damane did in the Wheel of Time, where they would force them to do sky flowers or whatever they call them, fireworks, to entertain them. That would be Jubilee would be chained to a wall until they were oh yeah, get her out to do the fireworks. That's what the bad guy Bastion right now wants to happen. He also wants to kill all of the other mutants, which is why even the villains are trying to help the X-Men right now. The thing that I love about the X-Men, I've always loved about the X-Men, which is really what kind of drew me to it when I was a kid, more so than DC, is the grounding in reality of like the story of, specifically for the X-Men, like othering people. Like X-Men at the time when this was written in the 60s and the 70s were stand-in for the gay community and people of color, because they were literally fighting for rights then. So like they literally just had the amalgam into the X-Men, and they wrote the X-Men as those stories were happening in real time. So it coming back now as the X-Men, especially this episode, these 2 episodes is so crazy toward like the path that the whole world is on right now.
Well, I want to get back to what you were saying about, so if we took the Sunspot, right? If we were to replace his plight of telling his parents that he's a mutant with his plight of telling him that he is gay or bi.
Yeah.
We're having the same sort
conversation.
of conversations with him, where he's like, what, me come out to your community? I don't even like myself. There's no way I'm going to tell my mom. And when he does tell her, she's like, oh, we knew all along, but we can't tell anyone.
Also,
yeah. And also, I'm going to let you get taken by ICE. I mean, the Sentinel program.
Yeah.
Right. Or a conversion therapy.
Kit.
Or a conversion place. Yeah. The other thing that is a great piece of writing in this series.
Scott, I love you.
I love you, Scott. Oh yeah.
He's all, fuck, what did I just see?
Yeah.
That was in my head.
It gets so good. I really think they're setting up the entire MCU with this. But the other bit of writing real quick was when Jean, or fake Jean, was pregnant, and she said, I don't know, like they were talking about like when her baby is born, like does she want it to be a mutant? Or like she was like, I'm not sure if I even want them to be a mutant, because like they'll have to grow up with that stigma. And that's the same kind of discussion that a lot of people have. Like not to have a kid because they don't want well, I mean, like some people do talk about that now. Like, I don't want to have a kid because I don't want him to grow up now. But, you know, for our Black audience, and I only know this because I grew up with a lot of not white people, everyone has to have that discussion with their kid, all the parents, of like, you know, people are going to look at you different. People are going to treat you different, and you need to be prepared for that. I get Jean being like, I don't know, like if I want my child to have to deal with that. Some people don't have a choice, you know, like she didn't have a choice either. Ultimately, we saw, but like, you know, you're born and that's what you are. And that's what we believe here. But anyway, yes, Magneto just got stabbed through the heart.
Everyone is like, wait a minute, fight's over. Fight's over.
I know.
Are we done?
There's so much that happens in this episode. So, and don't leave once the credits start, because there is a credit scene, like a mid-credit scene that we're gonna that happens. That's very important. Which is, it's pivotal to my theory about how they're using this to set up the MCU.
So does he tear him apart from the inside? Is that what's going on?
He could be doing a lot of things. We don't know exactly, because obviously it's going to cut in a second.
Obviously, blood.
Well, the image is weird.
It looks like he ripped the adamantium off of his bones, which is something that he does in the comics several times. It didn't look like he pulled his bones out, because that looked like liquid metal kind of flowing through the air. It didn't look like bone shapes. So here's what I think. Season 2 is going to set up a new lineup of X-Men.
Okay.
My prediction for season 2 of this is it's going to be like 5 years later, or, you know, something like that. And then we're going to see a whole new lineup of X-Men, and we'll slowly learn what happened to everybody as time goes on. We'll have 1 or 2 characters still around. We'll eventually see Wolverine with the, you know, with bone claws again and all kinds of things. So we'll have essentially a new Wolverine. Different versions of some of the characters, because they've gone through so much. Like, Rogue and Cyclops and the others that are still
and
alive.
the rest.
And obviously they'll probably lead us by the nose throughout the whole first season, the whole second season of Is Magneto Alive or Dead? At least that's what I would do. Like, that would be one of the things that, like, I don't tell anybody. But this would be an easy way for them to tie it directly into the MCU, because they could start with a whole new slate of X-Men or different versions of X-Men that we know. So if they bring this version of the X-Men world into the MCU, it would be easier for them, is what I'm saying. And I think that might be what they're doing. That might be what they're trying to set up with this.
Yeah. Yeah. And I guess why not? You own the franchise, so why not plan on doing it in perpetuity to a certain degree? I mean, and if any series could do it, it's X-Men.
Yeah.
If you have the imagination in the story arcs, you can make this is the thing that could be the closest to like a Melrose Place, but for magic people, or like a like a soap opera. You can
and they even have, in a lot of like versions, they have young X-Men. They have literally called the Young X-Men. So they could even do like a young series, like, for so there have been some series like set in high school with the X-Men, like done kind of like a Melrose Place type show almost. So I could see them doing it.
So that those two forces running into each other, that's from the original cartoon, right?
Yes. The cool thing is, though, the opening of the thing where they show all the X-Men's names and then them running at each other, they change it every episode.
Oh, this is the same episode we just saw.
Mm-hmm. Is it? It's replaying the same one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Erin will fix that in a second.
Yeah.
When she hears us. Mm-hmm. Erin, make sure the next episode is playing. She'll get it.
I'm gonna chill to the next episode.
Oh no, this isn't this is the right one, isn't it? This is episode 10.
Is it? Okay. Well, unless they were just redoing the same.
No, that was episode 9 again.
That was episode 9 again. Okay, yeah. Now it's episode 10. Okay,
there
we're
we
good.
go.
Now I forgot what I was saying. Sorry. My brain just shut off. But nope, it's gone. Okay. So the opening scene, and we get to see the other one right now. So yeah, so it changes in everything. So like in the beginning, Magneto was an X-Man. So like they showed Magneto's name here in this lineup. And then when he stopped being an X-Man again, when he started going back the other way, they moved him back to the other side. And they in the beginning, Bishop was another X-Men, another character that was here. They had him in the lineup, and now he's not in it. So they keep changing it as the show goes on. And I like that little thing.
By the way, are we in Vietnam?
Yes.
I mean, this is like platoon music.
Yeah. That's essentially what this is. That's another thing that's like, it's a little flimsy. Like technically, this is 1997. Well, the main story is set in 1997. Yeah. This isn't 1997. This is Vietnam. But that makes Magneto like 80.
He's a very hot, very buff 80-year-old. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yoked.
The thing with the Marvel comics and the old school Marvel stuff is it's just too all over the place and too inconsistent. And a lot of the questions I have is probably them just trying to marry the wacky storylines from the past with what they want to continue going on with in the future. Because Magneto was a child. He was like 10 or 11 or 12 years old in the Holocaust. That was 1939, 1940. So, it's 1997 and he's, if from when he's 40 here, he gains 25 pounds of muscle.
I mean, one can only hope.
Yeah. Maybe that's also part of his magnetism.
So we're
power.
to assume that they are like scientists, right? They're wearing their lab coats in a bar where everyone else is in fatigues.
And maybe they're working for the government because like they're showing them with military people. Who knows? But yeah, they're scientists. Canonically, they've been scientists. They've also not been scientists. Xavier's basically, they're trying to either Magneto's inner thoughts or Xavier is trying to like appeal to Magneto's humanity in his mind.
So this is an interesting conversation that they're having where he's like, this is a violation. He's like, well, you declared war on humanity by shutting off with power. But he is manipulating his reality through his mind. This is
Xavier.
Is it a violation in this sense, or is that just out the window with X-Men?
That's a great question. Xavier infiltrates people's minds, which is like the most private area, without their consent and sometimes against their consent. So it's a great question. And some people, he's manipulated their minds in ways that they don't even know because he's deemed them too dangerous to not.
Isn't there like a theory that Logan is compulsed by him?
There's a theory, yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I don't.
Does he have compulsion?
I mean, yes, yeah. But to the nth degree, like it's not even compulsion. It's he can go into your brain and rewrite your brain. Like he could do whatever he wants.
Which you can't fight. Some people can fight compulsion.
Yeah. The only people that can fight Xavier are other telepaths. And now also magnetism can stop it. This is another thing that I bring up a lot whenever Magneto does another weird power that doesn't make any sense toward magnetism. I like to call it out because
he explains that magnetism and electricity are the same property, so there is some leeway there. Even within the body, there's magnetism and electricity present. Yeah. I suppose.
Yeah. Listen, I want
who's this guy?
That's the Silver Samurai. There's a lot of there's a lot of characters. Iron Man and Captain America. We saw the Hulk.
Because Silver
earlier,
Samurai
Daredevil
doesn't move at all.
No, he doesn't do anything.
He's just standing there looking at the sky, and then it fixes, and he's just staring. He's like, "Okay, it's all good."
Yeah. Doctor Strange, who apparently still operates on people in this universe as Doctor Strange, which is hilarious to me. We also see Spider-Man for a hot second, which is great.
We see Spider-Man. We saw Captain America,
Iron Man. The Hulk was fighting with them earlier.
Morph changed into the Hulk.
Yeah.
And he says, "Morph smash," and then he did this thing.
It was pretty great. Yeah. Morph has been the cameo character for this show. Like they used Morph to do a lot of the cameos so that they don't have to pay voice actors. Yeah. Which, don't get me wrong, is genius. It's genius on their part. We don't need to have these characters be voiced by anyone but Morph, and we get to bring them into the show. But you know what? Like the other reason why I really think they're going to go the route of Bastion in the MCU. But honestly, at the same time, I counter myself with this is a reason why they may not do it is because I'm pretty sure the DCU, Superman and Batman and everyone, the big bad for this new version that they're going in the beginning is going to be Brainiac, which is very much like this character, very much like Bastion. Except in Brainiac's story is also weak. Like, I don't like it. Brainiac goes around collecting planets and whole species for like a zoo. for a zoo is basically what he does for himself. I don't know.
Everybody needs
entertainment. No sense. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it just is. It's weak. Like, it's a little weak.
He's the Elmira of
Oh my God!
Hug him and kiss him and call him George.
Hey, you know what?
Thought about Elmira
mutants can be hoarders as well. Tom.
I guess.
Maybe hoarding is their mutant power.
That's the mutant power. In that
Yes,
case,
extreme
time
hoarders.
blindness.
I need every planet.
Time blindness and executive dysfunction are my mutant powers.
This person collects planets and 7 subscriptions to newspapers every day.
Yeah. And he doesn't throw out any pizza boxes.
And every Reader's Digest from 1982 on.
Yep. And then the darker side of hoarding, he also keeps all his poo in jars now.
Oh God.
Yeah. You've never watched the Hoarder show before?
Oh my God, no, it's really no. That stresses me out to watch that. I can't.
It does. It makes me feel icky. I get really mad when there's animals in those houses, though.
Oh yeah, no, that's awful.
Oh,
Or when people
where
hoard
there's like
animals,
so
like when
many
they
animals,
actually
they're
hoard
like,
animals.
oh, there's a dead cat over in here, and she's like, oh, I thought she ran away.
Psylocke. So Psylocke is a cool character. I don't remember her being in Alpha Flight, to tell you the truth. I liked when Olivia Munn played her the best.
Mm.
So the bad guys have purple, and the good guys have yellow. Is what I've noticed.
Kinda,
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh, I'm getting a visitor.
Meow.
It's a Lanfear.
Meow.
I don't know if I can do a quick cat cam, but
By the
try.
way, every time they call him Bastion, do you think of Never Ending Story?
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my God! I'm so
Thank
glad
you.
someone else said it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bastion, say my
Bastion.
name. Bastion.
Yes, 100%. I was thinking of Never Ending Story every single time.
It's the only other time I've heard that name.
I'll do
Bastion.
it. I'll do what I always dreamed.
Yeah.
And then yell. So my wife and I watched that, and we were so excited because we finally had captions on the TV and we're watching Never Ending Story. And he says, I'll finally do it. And he screams his mother's name. The most beautiful name ever. He screams it. He opens the window. He screams it, and it says unintelligible.
Wow.
Even the captions do not know what he says into the storm. So disappointing.
Son of a bitch.
Son of a beach.
The
Lots of emergency room visits from this. A lot of people dropping from high.
from high up in the air.
Lots of
you,
death.
you have, and so many people are dead. You know how many people are dead? Oh my God. Wolverine was just slicing them up. Who knows if all of them were able to heal?
Yeah.
Could you imagine one of them, like the arm fell too far away so it couldn't heal, and now they come out of this thing and they're just missing an arm. Freaking Wolverine. He's like the Jedi. They have to get like an amputation insurance to go pay for everything in the
Amputation.
The amputation wing of the hospital is they have people just lined up in beds along hallways. There's not enough rooms.
Code yellow and blue.
Yeah.
The X-Men are in town. Oh, Wolverine's with them. We're going to be getting a lot of decapitations.
All right, you're cool. You're Team Blue and
Or
you're
amputations.
Team Gold.
I mean. Yeah. Sinister.
Uh-oh.
They took away. So Sinister is basically eugenics to the umpteen degree.
Okay.
Ooh.
He's like, he doesn't want, but he's also vain. He doesn't want to age. He thinks he's beautiful. So
Yeah.
him being all old and wrinkly like that he's really.
So
not
is
happy about
this
that.
Jean or is this Madeline?
Yes.
Or whatever her name is. Yes,
Jean.
they're the same one. They're like loose
No,
Theron.
that's Jean.
Oh.
No, Madeline is a separate is a clone of Jean, which is another thing I don't like. But
they share
the MCU
memories and share existences. And she
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I remember being pregnant with you, even though it was my clone."
they are
and they raised that
connected-
very interesting discussion of like the same thing that Philip K. Dick was writing about that
Yes.
movie Total Recall. If you remember, are you your memories or are you your experiences? And our
Yep.
experiences,
Mm.
can you just plant memories that you had experiences that you never had?
exactly.
Mm.
This goes into this a bit with these clones.
Yes. And that is another one of those deep conversations that is like so crazy that they're kind of like, I mean, they bring it up for like what, a minute 45 seconds. Like, but that's all they have. Like, it's a 26-minute episode of a cartoon. So, but it's still awesome that they're able to bring that type of question into the narrative of a show like this.
Mm-hmm.
Now my cat cam isn't working right now. I'll take a quick picture because I got an awesome new bed for Lanfear that she has fallen in love with.
Oh, good.
Directly next to my computer.
We
I
need
like how
another
Sinister's
cat
like,
boss.
I'm gonna go get that asteroid and blow up the Earth. See you later. They're like, oh shit, he's getting that asteroid. We better plan. Let's get our personal grievances dealt with first.
The asteroid M thing is almost as annoying to me as Magneto's costume throughout the beginning of this show. Yeah, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of those.
You want better shoulders, Tom. That's what
I listen. I am jealous of his physique. I am not jealous.
This is
of those,
97. Shoulder pads were a thing.
That's fair. I'm not jealous of those gloves that are up to his elbows.
yeah. Oh, I can barely wear gloves in the winter. I could not.
You know what? 97. That makes sense. These color schemes, like right there. Jubilee almost looks like she's wearing one of the ski jackets that everyone was wearing back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's wearing. That's what that's supposed to be. Yeah.
Like a snowboarding jacket, even though she's not snowboarding. Yeah.
She like this is set in 1997. That's why Gambit has got a belly shirt on and a bandana when they're in the first episode when they're in the kitchen.
This scene is very funny because he interrupts a psychic call. It was his own psychic call.
Yes,
she was on a call, like a psychic Zoom with Cyclops, and then Xavier jumps in. He's like, "Hey guys, you got a minute?" And they're like, "Oh, okay, what?"
Yeah, hold on, I got call waiting.
Thinking, yeah. He's like, "Oh, I'm so glad you're on this call. Do you mind if I jump in?"
Yeah. Actually, let me chime in. I have another thing I'd like to share.
They're like, "Geez, did you invite him? I didn't invite him. I don't know."
Why are you here? This is a private call, Xavier.
This is a private Zoom. We got Zoom bombed.
I lost my picture of Lanfear. Where did it go?
No.
It is interesting to have a very religious mutant.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was another thing we talked about because he performed that wedding in that other in the episode. He canonically is a priest.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty interesting. Right,
well, doesn't he say? Did he not say, "Forgive them; they don't know what they're doing," or something?
Yes,
is that what
he
said? That
forgive them; they know not what they do.
Yeah, this is what Jesus said when he was being crucified.
It's a desk cat bed. It clamps to your desk.
Oh, so it like hangs off over the edge.
The thing to the left there, you see like a little bit of purple and the little black thing that's right to the left. That's my keyboard. She's literally sitting right next to my keyboard.
I miss my Luna, but we need to work on getting a Lanfear cam.
Yeah, I'll set up my Lanfear cam. I basically got a new phone actually so that I could do that easier. Mm-hmm. And I just never installed the app yet because like I said, the last 2 weeks have been crazy.
Yeah.
She did a karate chop. Didn't even touch him.
Nope, not even a little.
Kamehameha. Look at that.
This is very. I thought that too. This is very. This fight between the two of them is very Dragon Ball Z to me. I thought the same thing.
But then, I mean, this like her whole thing. Suddenly, he becomes so much OP.
Oh yeah.
Like suddenly there's no reason why she had any chance against this guy right here. Watch. It's like this guy's like turns it up a level.
Rogue is another one of those mutants that her powers are like way deeper than you like know. She's very powerful. And they don't really like in the comics and in the original show, they don't really like let her go to her full extent because it was a kid's show. But she's flexing here. She has the
this
power
shit
of
is
Captain
rad where
Marvel,
he's like where they're like, "Oh, the sky's on fire." The mutants.
Did you
are
see?
About
Did
to
you
kill
watch?
us. And
Did
why
you watch
wouldn't
Avengers?
think that? Go ahead.
Yeah. Did you watch Avengers Endgame? The last one. When Tony Stark
where
dies.
he snaps
Spoiler
and
alert.
stuff.
Yeah, where Tony Stark snaps. Yeah. Okay.
Tony Stark.
Yeah, the last one, the very last one.
Oh no, I saw where Thanos kills everyone.
Okay, that's Infinity War.
Yeah,
There's she absorbed Captain Marvel. I wanted to point that out because there's a scene in Endgame when Captain Marvel flies through Thanos' ship and just destroys it in like 1 second. She has Captain Marvel's powers.
Who's she?
Rogue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love this.
She will.
I
permanently
have these
gain...
waters too. So many do.
This is a good
this
scene.
thing, and it reminded me of the Cure song. There's a Cure song called "The Same Deep Waters as You," and this, like him saying, like, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to be in these waters. It's a great song, and like when he mentioned him, he's like, yeah, a lot of us have these waters. They're cold. It sucks. We all carry it with us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're fine. The dynamic between Xavier and Magneto is one of the biggest drawing points for X-Men, and it's the same dilemma at like a macro level that Perrin goes through with violence.
Yeah.
You know, like, do I be more violent and fight the thing that I do is evil, or do I try to, do it through diplomacy and
so
be nice
Magneto
and
is
non-violent?
Perrin.
Magneto and Xavier are the violent and non-violent on Perrin's in that dichotomy that Perrin struggles with. Perrin is the struggle, essentially. Because Xavier believes in not doing things with violence, except he sends the mutants out to fight all the time. He sends children out to fight all the time. We won't talk about that right now. It's just as bad as Batman enlisting teenagers to go fight crime. So,
well, yeah. Suddenly he starts mentioning these war boots. That he's getting into his childhood. I mean, it's almost like LSD therapy.
Yeah,
that
is kind of what it's
doing.
Like. 100%. That is kind of what it's like right now. It's like the microdosing therapy, LSD therapy.
Well, no, they're heroic. They've gone well past micro. They're in heroic doses right now.
That's fair.
Are in the world.
They are. Everyone seems like they're kind of waving around and made out of water.
Yeah, that water's real.
That water was real. Yeah.
Very, very real.
Very real to them.
Very, very real.
Very, very real.
Hey, she almost blinded him with her fireworks. You guys.
That is true.
And I think he went, ooh,
pretty.
Wow.
Yeah, and I mean, in all actuality, here, what the hell is Nightcrawler doing other than distracting him, which is really all he's doing?
Well, because Nightcrawler, if Nightcrawler just, they want to try to fight him, right? Because Nightcrawler could just boink him away. Nightcrawler's like the Androl of.
He would have to touch him to do that, and that would be not good.
He could touch him easily. He just boink, touch, boink.
Good luck.
But I think they're trying to beat him.
Listen, that's the thing with Bastion is his powers are like literary
Doc Ock
wise, like they're not great, and that's why it's like hard for them to really make sense with things, which is the same problem that you run into with like Superman. Why doesn't Superman just win every fight and things like that? That's
my favorite line. What are you gonna do? Slay me with the 4th of July?
Right. And actually, she burns his face pretty good. She's the only one that actually does damage with a sparkler to the face.
Fireworks are not weak, man. They are made. They're fire. They just make pretty colors. Technically, it's certain chemicals that are very caustic, exploding. So when she puts, exploding magnesium in your face, or, something that represents it, it's, not hard. Yeah, Dazzler used to fuck people up too, man. That's the cool thing about why having like this super powerful villain is that all of the X-Men can
quote.
Oh, what do you say?
It's a good one too.
All of the X-Men can throw everything they have at him, and we get to see that where usually they're watering it down or pulling it back. My favorite quote from Beast, though, is when he quoted Mr. Rogers in like episode 3.
Right. People will help if you let them, or something.
Yeah.
That.
Well, no. He said always look for the helpers. In a situation, there's always, helpers. In an emergency situation, there's always helpers. Always look for the helpers. The benevolent Mr. Rogers.
And it was mutants just doing FEMA work, just carrying boxes to a tent. They're like, oh.
But that's a good message for a kid, though. Look for the helpers in an emergency situation. There's always going to be people helping, and that's something that unites us, which is a good message.
This is
Cyclops.
rad.
It's really good. Again, the writing is great in a lot of aspects. And
stop fighting the future.
Frustrating in some. I also, the other thing that Rogue and Bobby Hill share, they're both redheads.
Mm-hmm.
Just remembered that.
Look how good she looks right there.
Yeah.
All sassy, looking like Ginger from Gilligan's Island.
She's always got that tilt. She's always, because that's her, she's got to be, she's the rogue of the group. She's got to have a little sass to her step.
Dad, what does beer taste like? I've never had one.
Yeah.
Well, Bobby.
Well, just don't whack in my trailer anymore, Bobby.
Well, Bobby.
No more whacking in my trailer.
Uh-oh. Actual missiles.
No, they're using a Sentinel now because apparently, he doesn't care about them anymore, even though he did a lot a minute ago. Rogue doesn't need to pick locks. She just busts through the door. Rogue is the barbarian, which is funny that her name is Rogue. She's definitely the barbarian, though.
Right.
The way Rogue picks locks is by crushing them in her hand or kicking the door open.
Look at all these people hanging with the president. There was Elon Musk. There's Peter Thiel. There was Mark Zuckerberg. There was Captain America.
Ugh. I like how they're showing like the Fantastic Four here, and like they're showing a lot of the characters that are coming into the MCU right now. Just saying.
Her earrings say Jubilee.
I said that last week too. Apparently that's though when you think about it, a lot of people do wear their name on their jewelry. Like, someone will have a necklace with their name on it, earrings with their, but it's usually just like gold with their name and like, something. It's not a circle earring with Jubilee written in a pencil.
Listen, she's young. She's a little foolish.
No, I'm cool with a gaudy, tacky ex person. That's fine. Yeah,
why not? She's a kid. So like big gaudy earrings in the 90s were a thing.
Oh,
yeah, no, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. She's supposed to be 18,
Reckless. There are just a lot of good one-liners.
There
especially
really
in
are.
this episode.
Yeah.
Spare our Earth a dinosaur tail.
The
Look
setup,
how sexy. God dang it. Forge.
The setup for this, scattering them throughout time, and the way this ends is another great way to introduce the X-Men into the MCU, because now they're not only are most of the famous, main team X-Men literally scattered across time.
Yeah.
A lot of them are dead.
Yeah.
Killed a few.
And apparently many more are going to die in season 2. So we'll see. When your mom is one of the most powerful telepaths in the world, you can't really have an excuse for not calling, I guess.
No, you can have Sunday dinner at a diner anywhere you're at.
Yeah.
Your mom and dad just hologram and sit with you while you
Whenever
have
they
your
want.
moons over my hammy, and they don't they don't even have to order coffee.
Exactly. In the show, did they reveal that Scott's father was alive and a space pirate? No, they did not.
Oh,
They did not show that in the show. Let me get a picture of his dad from the comics. In the comic books, Christopher Summers is like basically kind of like Star-Lord a little bit, except not, Guardians of the Galaxy type stuff good. He's just like literally like a space pirate.
so what did he just see? Like a message like a video they made?
Kinda, yeah. Like a pre-recorded psychic message.
Like a little pre-recorded thing where they respond, but they're not there.
Or, she couldn't dedicate enough power to it to get it there
Mm-hmm.
in that way. Here, I'll get you a picture. You think some of the costumes in here are questionable? Wait till you see Scott's dad's costume.
Okay. I can't wait.
Though, he's got a bandana. So,
Ooh, all right. Look at that mustache.
you know how you can tell he's a pirate? He's got 2 earrings and a cutlass. That's how you know he's a pirate.
Well, no, there's tons of ways.
He's not wearing an eye
Tons of
patch.
ways. Look at the
He
way
is
he
a
holds
space
his
pirate.
thumb.
That's you're right. It's the thumb position. Classic thumb pirate position number 3.
Ooh, I love we had the trope where you're just pushing buttons trying to do
Yep.
sci-fi things on a
And
plane.
then you have Nightcrawler in the background praying with the rosary beads. His they tried to do it a little bit, like they mentioned it one time in the movies that he was, religious in some way, but that was it. Like they mentioned it a little, and then they did the thing with his scarification, like he scarred himself with like, I don't know, biblical things, and that was it.
Yeah, he was a lot less charismatic in the films. I like him more in the show.
Me too.
Look at Dolph Lundgren.
The two things, yeah, he does kind of look like Dolph Lundgren. The 2 things that I didn't like about this show was the Rogue Magneto relationship thing.
Weird.
Yeah.
And
Because they're
Magneto's-
not age appropriate. Can we just admit that?
Yeah, I mean, she's
it's
like
an older guy, a younger chick. It's like, come on.
he's like 50 years older than her.
Right.
It's not like 10 years. It's like, seriously, it's like 46 years older than her.
Decades.
Yeah. If
He does look like Peter Cetera a little bit
yeah,
from the Karate Kid.
Yeah, yeah.
videos.
I could see that a little bit too. So apparently, again,
Look at him
magnetism.
typing. Oh, I'm typing.
Magnetism is also psychic power now.
Mm-hmm.
His magnetism. Like, I get it. Yes, electromagnetism can affect a lot of things, but like,
You know what
Now we're getting
compasses
into
are
a
doing
little-
right now?
yeah,
They are so screwed up.
Spinning in circles.
Yeah. My PlayStation doesn't work right now.
Nothing
Sunspots
works.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So he got rid of Asteroid M, but everyone was on it. Oh no!
Everyone was on it, and everyone was on it. Also, There's gonna be a solar, like a winter, like all the particles in the air are gonna block the sun. We're gonna have a
That's because you think there are particles to block
it's a
the
solar
sun.
winter. No, we saw them. We saw them falling into the earth.
That was just pretty lights.
It's
No,
gonna
that's
go
what
to about 5 or 6 degrees
Listen.
colder for about 10 years. We're gonna have a mini
when you
Dryas
transport
ice age.
transport people through time,
That's a good
there's-
point. All right, good point. Good point.
it's just pretty lights show up, and
I mean, and you have a friend named Sunspot. I mean, he is going to warm up. I mean, your greenhouse is going to be fine.
Scarlet Witch was marked as off-world there, which was interesting. Magneto's real power is being able to tap into the magnetic field of the Earth. Okay.
Yeah, that's why he went to the North Pole in order to mess up the whole world's electricity. He went to the North Pole and then blum,
That's
blum,
well. That actually has its roots in science, because that is where the most powerful magnetic radiation, electromagnetic radiation, is on the Earth, is on the North Pole. Which
now
is
we're like 3,000 years before Jesus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she just caught a camel rider.
Noman Garden, probably the first time he watched this, recognized maybe who might be coming right now because of, his deep comic book knowledge. But there was a reason why I brought up Apocalypse. Because they're about to meet young Apocalypse in a second here during the
So this is about 7,000 years later.
Yep.
Yeah. Would you guys rather go to the past or the future? Rather go back
the
or forward?
past. The past. Yeah. For sure, the past. The future is, especially if it was this future, the future is scary, man. At least the past, you have an idea of what's going to happen.
Well, hold on, but let's say you were like from the 1700s, and you could go to this time or the past. Would you still go to the past, or would you go to this time, where you have you can take a shit in your house and go to your fridge and get like ice? And
I'm going to the past. I'm still going to the past.
No way. No
How
way.
far back, Tom?
We live so much better than King Richard the Fourth or whoever the hell. We live so much better. We don't have sex with as many people, but we're talking certainly.
No, we're talking about going 7,000 years in the future to this future, or 7,000 years into the past into that past. If I could just go to this time, sure, but no, that's obviously not what happened. And now we have a different retelling of
Little Boy Nathan.
Of Little Boy Nathan, and we're gonna get Apocalypse.
Who is this guy?
That's Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's young Apocalypse. Apocalypse is in a lot of the comic books,
and he's like an Egyptian guy.
Yeah, that's when he was. Yeah, that's when he was born. This is Apocalypse during his original life, essentially.
All right, because I didn't understand that whole end.
We're gonna watch we're gonna keep it on because there's a credit scene. So
okay, I didn't see that.
I'm pretty sure there is, or is there? I think there is. We'll let it play. It's just in the background anyway. So Apocalypse is now going to, or maybe he always has. Who knows? Maybe they'll marry it to the original timeline somehow. Who knows? But En Sabah Nur, yes, that is Apocalypse. Yeah, here it is. Here's the credit scene.
Sabah
Is Apocalypse real name? Here he is. So this is like Apocalypse during the modern day, after the events of what we just saw. What does that mean? There's so many questions I have. So we have an Apocalypse that may have been influenced by the X-Men in his early life. How is that going to make Apocalypse different now in the future? All right, before we dive too much into that, I want to, we're going to end the stream now, and we're going to close the stage in Discord. So if you're in Discord hanging out, cool. Thank you for hanging out with us. Make sure to go over to the YouTube, click the like button, and while you guys are here too, whoever else is here, if you haven't, click the like, subscribe, share, do all those things, hit the little notification bell so that you know when we're going to be on next. But Apocalypse is one of those, like, I mean, that's why his name is Apocalypse. He's one of those, like, end of the earth threats in the X-Men universe. So having him possibly be influenced in the early days by the X-Men, especially Scott and, maybe Xavier, is kind of it's kind of crazy and it's interesting. And I want to see where they go with it. Now, because we're at a point now and it's similar to a lot of the other Netflix, I mean, not Netflix, a lot of the other Marvel properties, is where they had to start at the end point of the 1992 show. But oh my God, that's painful. Rapunzel Apocalypse.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
That was, I love it. It hurts so good. Rapunzel. That was so good. It knocked the shit right out of my head. Oh no, I got it. Okay. It's similar to.
That's what I was gonna ask. Was that shit coming out of your head right there?
Yeah. Yes, it is. It always is. It's usually bullshit though. Similar to the other Marvel properties, basically they had to take what was old and what we knew and where things were left, and now marry them to the new thing. But this next season now is going to be wholly new, because now they've been able to, like, they finished where X-Men left off in 1992, and they were able to kind of format it into their own story and get kind of like a reboot in a sense, because now that they're doing time travel stuff, which is, a literary device that you can use, they can undo and change and do things to their heart's content. So I have a feeling that we're going to see a pretty cool original story in season 2. And like I said, my opinion is that they may in fact marry the animated series to the live action series in some way.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, it makes perfect sense because you can't ignore what has been on film and, raise billions of dollars.
That's fair. I'm gonna end the poll in like a minute. So if anyone wants to like tell their friends to come and vote or something to try to get their thing to win, if your thing isn't winning, I give you guys like a minute or two to before I end the poll.
Elon Musk just tweeted he's giving $100 to every person that votes if you're in Pennsylvania.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. Whenever anyone says his name, I get a little sick.
Humperdinck.
Oh man, that was we watched Princess Bride a couple weeks ago on a real night. That was a lot of fun.
Homie, why was I not on there? I could have said the whole thing with my eyes closed and my ears shut.
I didn't know you had this love for Princess Bride.
Okay, all right.
Who's your?
It's me doing the grandpa.
Is you doing the grandpa? Okay.
Yeah, all right. As you wish.
If you had to be one of the characters in Princess Bride, who would you be?
Oh gosh, if I had to be one of the characters, I would probably be. I'd be the Six-Fingered Man, the guy who was dedicated his life to torture and stuff, and writing a memoir on people's reactions to losing a year of their life. Oh, and he dressed so nice.
He did dress impeccably.
He had the coolest hair, and he was Christopher
He was also
Guest.
like the second best swordsman.
He was almost so good.
Yeah, I'd be the grandpa.
Yeah, right. As you would. That's not a bad one. I mean, Andre the Giant, the Fensick.
What's Wallace's character's name?
Vicini.
Yeah, Vicini. I love Vicini.
Either that or Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal's character. I forgot his name.
Miracle Max.
Miracle Max. Yeah, that's. I was like Miracle something.
You think it'll work? It'll take a miracle.
It'll take a
Bye.
miracle.
Have fun storming the castle.
He's only mostly dead. I can work with mostly dead. All right, I ended the poll, guys. And it's pretty one-sided there. It's 49% Stardust, and the next one below it is 25% of the vote. So
all right.
So looks like we're watching Stardust next week, and I'm pretty excited about that because it is fantastic. There are so many people in that movie that you would never that you would never put them together in a movie. That's who else is in that? I just had their name and I want to. Ian McKellen has a voice in it. Claire Danes. Oh, Charlie Cox, because I mentioned Daredevil before. Charlie Cox is the main character. Sienna Miller's in it. Oh man, Henry Cavill.
Well,
I said that
you know
before.
what? This just shows.
Mark Strong.
I do not expect to win elections anymore. And so this just goes to show I yield to democracy. I hope you guys enjoy what you picked. I hope you enjoy what you picked. Live with your choice.
It is such a funny movie. And it's got like, there's a lot of like witchy like type magic in it. And it's different than most other things I like. That's why I like it a lot. It's also funny. The Sky Pirate stuff is some of my favorite things, and Henry Cavill's character is not someone you would ever like knowing. If you've only known Henry Cavill like since he's became famous since like Superman, you'll like his character in Stardust is like the antithesis of Superman essentially. I have to find a picture. Oh yeah, I got a picture of him. You'll be able to see Henry Cavill in the face too, like when you know it's him. But I feel like if you didn't know it was him, you may not be able to see it. But hold on, it should be up in a second.
His character name actually is Underwhelming Woman, which is the exact opposite of Superman.
It's fair. There he is.
Oh, wow.
You don't like
how
that joke?
Small he looks too. Wah wah is what is what it's called. No, it was good. It was good. It's literally the exact opposite of Superman. I get it. It took me a second, literally till then, because my brain was not here. I love you, Dan.
I love you, Tom.
Speaking of the love I have for you, I also equally have it for your partners who are not here tonight. But I miss them. What are you guys going to be doing? Where are you guys in your first time read through? Because now I know you're in the last book, but where are you guys right now?
Thanks, Tom. We just did a 2-part series on the last battle chapter, chapter 37.
You only did it in 2 episodes?
That's
wow.
And our last episode that ostensibly was talking about it, we had Michael Kramer and Kate Redding as guests who stayed for like 2 hours.
How amazing.
Talking with us. So we didn't really get into the chapter, but we're still moving forward. We're going to talk Rand. So we saved Rand's metaphysical battle with the Dark One for last week, and we didn't really get into it. So we'll get into it this week. We have 2 more shows before the book ends. So we have this one, and then this one I guess is the penultimate before we finish the entire book series that's been going on for
5.5 years,
something like that. Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. It's very exciting for us. We're celebrating, and I would love if anyone wants to watch and savor what our first time readers. They're very fun people. Carissa and Josh are insightful and smart and fun, and I don't know. It's I'm really enjoying this reread, and it's exciting. I mean, this is spoilers right now.
Yes.
So this our Ulver blows the horn. Brigitte comes back. all the stuff after the last battle. There's this good 100 pages still to go through. Maybe Baird's in there. I'm not sure.
But, he is.
Yeah. All right. See. So,
he is.
See. So
I popped back up right at the end of the last battle. Actually.
I mean, Bella dies, but Baird lives.
No. Well, actually, they killed me in the appendix.
Whoa!
Yeah.
And they brought Bella back.
I know. In the appendix. Yeah. Listen, I will sacrifice myself so that Bella can come back in the appendix. I'm willing to take that bite. But yeah, no. In Baird's entry in the appendix, at the end of it, it says, "And he was eaten by Trollocs during the last battle."
Wah wah.
Yeah.
What a way to go.
Boom, 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 boom.
I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, it's funny. So yeah, we have 2 more episodes, and then I don't know what we're doing after that. We're discussing things, but we're always doing our Sunday show as well, where it's free flow talk of spoiler filled things and
Tavern talk.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for asking. It's really exciting around our parts. The Michael and Kate episode, I encourage you to watch it. This might be one of the cooler in-depth interviews.
Oh, it was fantastic.
I was so thrilled to do it.
Oh, and they were fucking wonderful the whole time, because they are wonderful people. But it was the most in-depth interview that Michael and Kate have ever done, I feel like.
I feel like it too. Thank you, Tom.
Yes.
And I thought they were coming on for like 15 or 20 minutes.
That's amazing.
And that just shows, like how this community not only attracts awesomeness out of the fandom, for the most part, it's better than any other community I've ever interacted with in my life, or been a part of. But
they say don't meet your heroes, but
in this case, we can
have Michael and Kate as your heroes, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Everyone that has ever been involved in the making of the Wheel of Time series has been good people, and I really feel like it's just because, like, Harriet and Maria and Alan and Robert Jordan himself, James Rigney, attracted those types of people with who they were. They're great people, and they attracted 2 more great people and their felt friends in you guys. So I'm glad that I've been saying this for 20 years, and I'm so one of the greatest things, even though it's canceled now, that oh shit, I completely forgot about that. See, this is why I love Rapunzel. I will get to that in 1 second, Rapunzel. Thank you for reminding me. One of the greatest things this show's ever did for the Wheel of Time community is reintroduce the Wheel of Time back out into like the sphere of media, and just attract more people into the fandom, because we've gained so many people into the fandom over the last 4 years that the show has been in the ethos of media, that reinvigorated people like us who have been in the fandom for 20 something years. And, have talked about the Wheel of Time for, 10,000 hours and pages of forums. And it's been great to get new blood into it. So that's one of the greatest things for me. And I would have never met you guys if I didn't bring it into this. So yeah, anyway, it's a new month. So since we're at the end of September, we're going to be coming into October. It's time for our, to share with, the rest of the community what our Patreon members get to see way earlier than you guys, and more of it is an answer to a Matho question that was posed by other people in the community. So Rapunzel picked the answer for this week, and I thought it was very apropos. So I will read you guys the question and answer now. Which character would be most likely to get into a heated argument with a street performer over their interpretation of the song? And Maria's answer was Aram unless the song was The Hills of Tanchico. In that case, he'd probably love it. And that's funny on so many levels, but it's apropos for right now because The Hills of Tanchico was just entered in for Grammy consideration in the Grammys.
So exciting.
So, like, go and follow. First of all, go and follow The Way of the Leaf over on YouTube and all of the social medias. Please make sure to go and do that. But also, Nikhil Kopalkar, who is the composer, and I think he has writer credit on it as well, but he's the composer for The Hills of Tanchico. Go follow his social medias as well. I'm going to share it, his Instagram in a second here.
Also, just an awesome human.
He's a great dude. Huge Wheel of Time nerd. And he's been posting like the Emmy consideration stuff all over the place. Obviously, we can't vote Grammy consideration stuff all over the place. We can't vote in the Grammys, but if we show, if we show up in the social media algorithms and help push his stuff, it will only help the odds of The Hills of Tanchico winning like best original song or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's best original song for like a whatever. They have the weird categories and stuff like that. But I shared the link tree to Nikhil's stuff, like, so all of his stuff is there. Make sure to go follow him on the social medias, but also interact. If you don't want to follow him, interact with the Hills of the Tanchico posts at the very least. Like them, share them, comment on them, things like that, so that it pushes it in the algorithm and just makes it that much more likely that it wins. Because if the Hills of Tanchico wins a Grammy the same year that Amazon canceled the show, it will be hilarious for me. Because I'll get to troll Amazon with that, and that will make me laugh a lot. So that's what I have to say about that. And we will be watching Stardust next week, so make sure to watch out for that. The other thing that I wanted to mention real quick is we will be changing platforms from our end of things next week. You guys won't really notice much of a difference, but StreamYard decided that they wanted to charge us $3,400 a year for this platform, and we're not going to do that. So we're going to be using a different platform. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on. Let's talk, because we have StreamYard and we don't.
We will. I think you guys are safe.
No, but jump on our thing. We'll just share it.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that, but we'll talk about it after the stream. Right. But we'll be using a new platform, so I promise to get it right before we go into as right as I can before we go live next week. But just struggle if you struggle through our start next week if I mess things up. I hope I don't.
I'm scared.
But I just want to give you guys a heads up.
Tom, I never mentioned I am a Grammy voter. Actually, but I
didn't know that about you.
Yeah, but out of principle, I always write in the Milkshake song by Kellis.
Okay, that's okay. That's a good song.
Yeah,
and I support
year
that.
I write it in.
It gets that one vote every year, except for that one vote that one year. But we won't talk about that. All right, I love all of you awesome nerds, and I love all of you awesome nerds. I guess that's it. So say goodnight, Crystal.
Good night, Crystal.